Testing two, testing one, two. Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all to the online auction today of Araby at Roma in Queensland. I'm today's auctioneer. My name is Brad Nevin of LJ Hooker, Roma. We'd like to thank the Cypher family for entrusting the marketing of Araby with Mr. Ian Bassett of LJ Hooker, Roma. I'd also like to thank Elite Livestock and Chris and team for the auction setup, as they do a tremendous job. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin today's auction, we operate under the ARIIQ terms and conditions that have been displayed on the Elite Livestock Auctions page. And by signing the agreement to bid, you agree to those conditions. So once again, thank you very much for doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, Araby location situated 96 kilometres south of Roma, 75 kilometres west of Surat, 132 kilometres north of St George. Serviced by rural power, TV, telephone, national broadband internet, mail service from Roma, and there's areas of mobile phone service on the property. Primary and high school in Roma, Surat or Begonia. Land area, total of 14,606 acres of freehold tenure. The rainfall is 21 inches annual average. Description of the country is level to slightly undulating, mixed scrub with good buffel grass, originally timbered with box, wilga, Kurrajong, Balar, ironbark, mulga, intrusions of brigalow. Approximately 8,000 acres being treated to buffel grass. The property is dissected by the Bellew and Robinson Creeks. There's 2,000 acres recently repulled. 300 acres of it has been stick raked. The fencing is all in good condition. It's been subdivided into 13 paddocks, plus a hunting paddock. Approximately 800 acres recently fenced in for goats. Recently, 75% of the fences have been renewed with 3 barbs and 1 plane. Balance is all in very good stock-proof condition. 3 sides of Araby have an exclusion fence with approximately only 10 kilometres to be completed. Securely watered by 5 new large dams and 8 smaller dams, plus 4 excavated overshot water holes in the creeks, plus seasonal water holes. The improvements on the property consist of a high-set 2-bedroom Queenslander style with fully enclosed veranda, a sleep-out and fire recess with a new wood heater, an old 5-bedroom shearers and workers' quarters with new kitchen and power. It has a steel machinery shed 60 by 30, general purpose shed with power 60 by 20, a large new 100 by 40 by 16 foot steel shed, 2 fully enclosed bays with a concrete floor. Shearing stand, the shearing shed, 3 stands of power, good set of steel cattle yards, mainly portable panels with a 6-way draft, long crush, vet crush, branding race and cradle. 2 big coolers have got water connected. The capacity of the yards is to hold and work 500 head. There's also a holding square with a dam. Carrying capacity is listed at currently running 500 breeders plus replacement heifers. Araby is presently carrying a good body of buffel following 18 inches of rain received this year. The property presents very good value per breeder area. And there is also, we'd like to make mention of 200 cows or heifers are available at valuation price, plus an assortment of machinery and plant, should you be the successful purchaser. Ladies and gentlemen, the property had 20 millimetres of rain yesterday. Araby represents very good value per breed area. Your day, your market, ladies and gentlemen, do we see an opening bid on Araby of somewhere around about 2.5? We see 2.5 million, we see 2.5, we see 2.4, 2.4. Ladies and gentlemen, in your hands, we see an opening bid of 2 million. 2 million, we see 2 million to start the bidding on Araby. 2 million, ladies and gentlemen, do we see 1.9? 1.9 million, ladies and gentlemen, for Araby. 1.9. I'm in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. Do we see a starting bid of 1.8? 1.8. Calling for 1.8 million, ladies and gentlemen, to start Araby. 1.8 million. 1.8 million a bid. Online the bid at 1.8 million. $1.8 million an hour, 1,800,000 on Araby. Starting bid at 1,800,000 a bid. 1,800,000 at 800,000. 1.9. 1.9 million at Mitchell. It'll be $100,000 increments till we slow. 1,900,000 a bid at Mitchell. 1,900,000 a bid. $1,900,000 an hour, $1,900,000 an hour on Araby. Ladies and gentlemen, 14,606 freehold acres. 1,900,000 a bid. 1,900,000 a bid. $1,900,000 an hour, 2 million a bid. 2 million a bid. 2 million a bid. $2 million an hour, $2 million an hour, $2 million an hour, $2 million a bid. $2 million an hour, 2.1, 2.1, 2.1 million. 2,100,000 a bid. $2,100,000 an hour. $2,100,000 bid. Ladies and gentlemen, this represents tremendous buying for the capacity of breeders the property will run at $2,100,000 a bid. $2,100,000 a bid. $2,100,000 an hour. 2.1 million a bid. $2,100,000 an hour. $2,100,000 an hour. 2,100,000 on Araby. Ladies and gentlemen, at 2.1 million. 2,100,000 a bid. Fenced into 13 paddocks. The big selling factor is 3 sides of Araby are cluster fenced. Only 10 kilometres to go to complete this. At 2,100,000 a bid. $2,100,000 an hour. $2,100,000 an hour. $1,100,000 an hour. Bid in Mitchell. $2,100,000 an hour. At 2 million, ladies and gentlemen, please bear in mind that the highest bidder has first right of negotiation at 2,100,000. 2,100,000 a bid. $2,100,000 an hour. $2,100,000 an hour. $100,000 an hour. At $2,100,000, ladies and gentlemen, at $2,100,000. Any further advance? $2,100,000 once. At $2,100,000 twice. $2,100,000, ladies and gentlemen. We will now pause the auction and seek further instructions from the vendor. We will return shortly. Thank you. LJ, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for your patience and just while we sought further instructions from the vendor. Ladies and gentlemen, we will reopen the bidding at 2,100,000. 2,100,000 a bid. 2,100,000 dollar an hour. 2,100,000 dollar an hour. 2,100,000 dollar an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have a bid on behalf of the vendor at 2,250,000. At 2,250,000. Let me tell you, the property will be on the market. At the next bid, we will take a $50,000 increment. 2,250,000 bid on behalf of the vendor. 2,250,000. $2,250,000 an hour. $2,250,000 an hour. $2,250,000 an hour. Represents tremendous buying, ladies and gentlemen. Look wherever you like in the district. You can't buy a property that'll run 500 breeders in its present state, and for that sort of money. At 2,250,000. 2,250,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the property will be placed on the market at the next bid, an increment of $50,000. 2,250,000 for Araby. 2,250,000 an hour. 2,250,000 an hour. 2,250,000 an hour. 13 paddocks, 3 sides of cluster fence. 2,250,000. Carrying capacity of 500 breeders plus replacement heifers. At 2,250,000. 2,250,000. Ladies and gentlemen, 2,250,000 an hour. 2,250,000 an hour. 2,250,000 an hour. Araby presents tremendous value per breeder area, ladies and gentlemen, at 2,250,000. 2,250,000 for Araby. Ladies and gentlemen, 2,250,000 an hour. 2,250,000 an hour. At 2,250,000 once. Ladies and gentlemen, at 2,250,000 twice. Here's your opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let us. At 2,250,000. At 2,250,000. Third and final call. Done. Done. Ladies and gentlemen, the property will be passed in. The vendor's bid of 2,250,000. We thank you all for your spirited bidding and your online attendance here today. And thanks to the Seifert family for entrusting the auction of Araby with LJ Hooker Roma. Thank you very much.